Okay, and we are back. Now, Shootout in the Streets, mission number 1 for the frontier town. We set up, heroes start an entry area marked B, which is going to be down here. In any of the 3 spaces right adjacent, and any of the 3 spaces directly in front. So, any of these 6 spaces. We'll start with the rancher there. The marshal needs to be up kind of close. Gunslinger, lawman. That seems like a good, okay corral. You know, gunslinger in the middle. 2 lawman flanking. There we go. So now, when we look at the bandits, so the bandits are going to have a couple things that they're going to do. Now, these bandits are very basic bandits. They're not an infamous gang, so we don't have to worry about the infamous card. That makes it more difficult. But since these are, you know, newbie characters and newbie heroes, these are newbie bandits. Now, we do have the depth track marker, which we use, and we'll get to that. So the bandits, each turn, immediately after rolling the Hold Back the Darkness, D3 new bandits will enter play. Or D6 if there are no bandits on the board. So if they wipe out all the bandits, we're going to get a D6 new bandits. And then you roll a D6 for each bandit to see where they enter from. They're going to enter from C, D, or A. Down here. Can't quite see that. And then, and that's 1, 2, or 3. So 1, 2, 3. If you roll 4 to 6, they're going to show up on one of the rooftops. And their rooftop, each of the buildings has a number on them. And then we'll roll a D8 to see which building they show up on. If they show up on a rooftop, instead of the pistol, they have a Bandit Rifle. Which is kind of like the hunting rifle, only a little bit better. Well, I wouldn't say a little bit better. It doesn't have the extra damage, but it has 2 dice instead of 1, but it's still range of 12. And it does 4 damage. And those enemies will activate at the start during that turn. And if you cannot place a bandit model, you're going to move the darkness 1 space forward on the depth track for each bandit that cannot be placed. Alright, now the depth track. Because there's no exploration in this mission, the hero posse marker on the depth track is used to mark how many bandits the heroes have defeated. For each bandit killed, move the hero posse marker down 1 step on the track. When the heroes make the Hold Back the Darkness test each turn, if the roll is higher than the current position of the hero marker, the assault is broken and the heroes win. No more bandits, reinforcements come on, and you just have to finish clearing out what's there. Conversely, when the darkness moves up, it works a little bit different. Similar as that it will go up when the Hold Back the Darkness roll is failed. However, the blood splatter and growing dread spaces are different. When the darkness marker reaches a blood spatter space on the track, all bandits on rooftops immediately get a free attack outside of the normal turn sequence. And if there are no bandits on rooftops, place D3 new bandits on rooftops. If the darkness reaches a growing dread space, the bandits gain an elite ability. And that affects all bandits. So, there you go, and that is the objective of the game. Now, basically, just kill a bunch of bandits. So easy peasy. First, we need to start with 3 bandits, also here at D. So 1, 2, 3. So we start with 3 bandits down there. And put the box there so we can see for rolling. And then, so the bandits are initiative 5. So they're going to go before everyone except for the Gunslinger. And I have the heroes arranged over here on the left in initiative order to make it a little easier. So let's start by holding back the darkness. A 3 will fail. Okay, so that just moves the darkness track up by 1. Alright, now we D3 new bandits enter play each turn immediately after rolling to hold back the darkness. D3 bandits show up. So, how many bandits do we get? We get 3 bandits. Okay. We have all 3. Well, let's see where they show up. So the first one with a 3 will show up at entry point A. So swell down here where we're coming in on, or, 6. So that's going to be a rooftop. Bandit with a rifle, rooftop on 8. So he's sneaky. So he's right here on that rooftop right next, because building 8's right here. I don't know how well you guys can see it. I'm zoomed out pretty far, obviously, so you can see the whole board. This is building 7, building 8. But they share a rooftop. It's all one rooftop, so 7 and 8 count as the same building. So he's up on the roof there. And the third one comes in on a rooftop. And what rooftop is he on? He's on rooftop number 3. So rooftop 3 is over here. So he's over on that rooftop. And again, it doesn't matter. I could have him way over here, and he still counts basically as being in this space for range and line of sight and all that. But I'm going to put him there just because that makes sense. That's where he is. For shooting at him, it's the same thing. So there we go. So now we can start here, and this is going to be rough because obviously I don't have any bandit models to place next turn. I'm getting at least 1, so I need to try to kill 1. And there's this guy here. Now people are out of his line of sight if we move in here, but he's also the closest one, so we might want to just try to kill him. And it starts with the Gunslinger. Now let's see what the Gunslinger's movement is. Gunslinger's movement is a 1, so she gets a grit, which is a good thing. You know what? So she might as well move and try to gun this fellow down as much as she can. So she's going to move her 1 here, sort of moving to get out of the line of sight of him, and then she'll go ahead and take her shots with her pistol. And she has 2 dice. She's actually I think she's gonna spend a grit. The 1 grit she got, she's gonna use her pistol fanny to double the number of shots she gets. So we will go ahead and take a shot. Now, oh yeah, rooftop counts as being in cover from all attacks those on the same rooftop. Okay, so they do have cover saves. So this could be rough, but let's try to get rid of that 1 bandit here. So here we go. Alright, so 1 critical, 1 hit. Crap. Alright, we'll spend the other grit to reroll these 2. Nice. So 4 hits. 1 of which is a critical. So let's say we'll make the red one the critical. Let's do the cover saves. So we want low on these. Okay, so two are blocked by the cover, but luckily the critical got through. So now I need to roll for damage. Now the bandits have a 3 defense and a 3 health. So a 6. A 3 will, on the critical, will kill him. And a 6 on the non-critical. And of course I could spend a dead man shot, which I probably want to or Deadeye Shot, which I probably want to do. Never mind. The 6 for the critical will kill him. Boom. Dead. Now, whenever somebody on a rooftop is killed, what you have to do, you roll a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, the enemy falls from the roof screaming. A 3 succeeds. He goes, thump, falls in the streets. That was quick acting by the gunslinger, and that allows the gunslinger to gain a grit. So shooting people off of the rooftops, you can potentially get some grit, which is pretty handy. Nice. Well, the gunslinger made things a little bit easier. So now we start with the bandits. So the bandits are going to move. There are no bandits adjacent to heroes, so they don't need to retreat. And then, so we're going to target. So the bandits are going to start. They're going to do first. And so if you don't know, there's this nice shootout card, tells you what's going to happen, talks about how they operate in ambush, how they operate to retreat. All right, and then they target. So what they're going to do is they're going to target a random hero. Basically, whoever has the least number of shootout tokens, and then shootout tokens. And what they're going to do is they're going to move to get as close to them as they can. And then place the shootout marker on the target. Otherwise, they're going to, at the end of its move, target a new random hero if that hero is not in range. So, who is he going to target? D8. 3, 4. He's going to target the Marshal. Okay. So, for him to target, and they've got a movement of 6. So what he's going to do, so he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and their guns have a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that is where he's got to go so that he can get a shot. Okay. Okay, the guy on, it doesn't really matter where these folks, who they target, because they certainly can't reach anybody to. They are just going to run down the street. Now, the guy on the roof, actually, so it looks like the corner of the building blocks line of sight to these two people. Because you're kind of clipping... Yeah, you're clipping the building. So he's only got a choice of 2 people he's going to shoot at. So that's going to be the rancher. So we add a shootout token to the rancher. And there we go. So now we get to shoot. Alright, so there we go. So we did our targeting. Once all have moved, place their shootout markers, roll ranged attacks. So we can start with we'll start with the one on the roof. So he's got a Bandit Rifle, which is 2 dice. They've got a ranged of 5+. So they're not all that great. He still gets two hits on the rancher, unfortunately. So what that means is now a 6. Oh no, because that's only for the pistols. Actually, it doesn't actually say that. It says, we'll have to double check that, because it's not specifically, it doesn't, so what I'm talking about here is, alright, so the bandits have bandit pistols, except this guy has a bandit rifle, which is not listed on the card here, it is listed in the rulebook, under the mission. Bandit Rifle, if I can get this to show, there we go, Bandit Rifle. Range 12, 2 shots, 4 damage. Okay. But What I'm talking about here is their other ability, which is Hail of Bullets. Bandits ranged to hit rolls of 6 cause 3 hits each. That does not say hits with pistols, and it does not specifically, it's kind of offset, but I think that's simply because of the image of the coat. So I believe that still counts as 3 hits with the rifle. So that will be 4 defense saves for the Rancher. Saves 2, and that means that is 8 wounds unless the Rancher wants to use a grit. You know what? The Rancher will use a grit. Let's re-roll these 2. Saves 1, so that's going to be 4 wounds. It's going to be a little bit better. So we have no armor or anything like that. Okay? Alright, and then we've got that fellow shooting at the Gunslinger, or shooting at the Marshal. So he has pistols, so he's got 3 shots, hitting on 5s. Would you believe that? 9 hits on the Marshal? Really? 3 6s? Well, good news is Marshal has a 3+ defense. And he blocks all but 2. And he will not spend his grit, so he will take those. And that's going to be 2 wounds each, so that's going to be 4 wounds. So good thing that was the Marshal that got shot, because that was ridiculous, wasn't it? This could be very bad. All right, so now we get to go and then remove all shootout markers. So the heroes. We're going to start with the Marshal. Marshal and the Lawman are the same initiative, but we'll go with the Marshal first. He wants to kill that fellow. Now let's see what his movement is. A 2, so he's not getting very far. I think he will stay. I think everybody wants to kind of stay out of line of sight of that guy. Go 1, 2. And then he will take a shot. And that will miss. Well, that is not good. I'm not going to spend the grit yet. So it is the Lawman's turn, the Sheriff. So let's see what his move is. His move is a 6. And that's actually really nice. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, we want to kind of stay out of the way. Actually, you know what? I was a little bit wrong. Because the guy on the rooftop can be in that space. So he actually could hit everyone. Well, he actually might not have been able to. Yeah, he could have targeted everyone. But that's fine. He shot the Rancher. That's fine. So 6. Now I'd kind of like to get into a doorway. It's simply a matter of how do I go about doing that. I'd preferably like to be over here. But I'd rather not spend a grit either. Now, you know what I can do? I can do this. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to lean. So now he can see this. He can see down this way, and he gets cover from all of this direction because he's peeking out around the corner of the building. Perfect. So he will shoot with his Peacekeeper pistol. 3 dice. Shooting at him, because it's the only one in range. 3 dice hitting on 4. And he misses all of them. Well, crap. Alright, so he's going to spend a grit. There, he hits 2 of them. Again, they're 3 defense, so I need a 4 or higher to do any wounds. Yeah, nothing I can do. 2 3s. We'll bounce. And then last but not least is the Rancher. So the Rancher's going to move a 2. Well, that doesn't help much. She's in the middle. So she could potentially get shot either way. Because I was thinking about moving her in here and getting her up on a roof. But I don't think that will help. Might not be bad to come over here because she's got the range. She can start shooting at the guy on the roof. Unfortunately, she just can't. What is the range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So she does have to be forward at least 1. So let's go 1, 2. Does mean that she, well, the Gunslinger will be in as a possible target too. All right, and then we're going to shoot this close guy. He's not in cover, so that's going to be the best thing to do is try to get rid of him. So, shooting at that bandit, a 4 will hit. So let's roll for damage. D6 plus 2, so essentially a -1 on the die. 4 or higher will kill him. Boom. He's dead. That hunting rifle, and that allows her to use her rapid shot to get another shot, and now she will shoot the guy on the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops. So let's shoot the guy on the roof. Critical hit. Nice. Okay. Cover save. Fails. So that automatically kills him because the hunting rifle's plus 2 damage, and 1 plus 2 is 3. They've only got 3 wounds, so that kills him. So does he fall off the roof? He does fall off the roof. And that gets a grit for the Rancher. Very cinematic. Well done, Rancher. Well done. Excellent. And that is the end of the turn. So now we're going to start a new turn. So first we have to hold back the darkness. Double 4s. Okay, so what happens with doubles is that there is a town depth events chart. So we have double 4, which is blinding sun. The burning sun beats down from above, glaring in your eyes and making you squint. Till the end of the turn, all heroes are -1 on their 2 hit rolls, although 6s still count as a critical hit. Alright, so we're all -1 on our 2 hit rolls. That's going to suck. Now, D3. Oh, and I forgot. Should move the hero down 3 because I killed 3. Alright, but the darkness marker does not move. And we get 3 more bandits show up. Okay, well, the first one is a 1, which is entry point C. So he comes in over here. The second one is on a rooftop on building 4. Building 4 is that one, so there's another one up here on that roof. And the third one is on a rooftop. Oops. Building 2. Building 2 happens to be this building right here. So he cannot see him, but he can see those three. So Gunslinger gets to go first with his initiative. Roll for movement. Another 1. Well, that will get him another grit. Unfortunately, he can't shoot anybody. Oh, sorry. No, that was the Marshal. The Gunslinger's here. I don't know why I was thinking that was the Gunslinger. Alright, that is the Gunslinger. Moving to 1. So the Gunslinger can shoot another person on the roof. Let's see. They've got a movement of 6 and a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So that is where those guys are going to get to go. So I need to keep that in mind. In fact, the Marshal and the Lawman are going to be the ones they're shooting at. So Gunslinger's not wounded, so the Gunslinger will kind of step this way. I think I'm going to go 2 and 2, try to get over into this building. And then we'll shoot the fellow on the roof. And again, I'm going to spend a grit to roll 2 more dice. Hitting on 3s. Okay. No, hitting on 4s, because we are blinded by the sun. So that's 2 hits. Again, I think I really need to kill him. So I'm going to spend a grit to re-roll these. No, that's still 3 hits. See what the cover blocks. 1 of them. So 2 hits. Okay. So I will actually spend 1 of the bullets to add 2 points of damage to this die. Makes it a 7 minus 3 is 4. And that is, they've only got 3 health, so that is enough to kill him. Does he fall? He does fall. Ugh. And that recovers a grit for him. Or her, I should say. For her. That's good. One less worry. So now the bandits get to go. We'll start close and go to far. So we'll start with him. So he kind of wants to attack the rancher for some reason. So the closest, so he's going to come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to lean out there. Is that in range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is not in range. So he actually will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll actually come around the corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he is in range. So that is where he's going to go. So we've got, next we've got this fellow. Actually, I guess it would be between those 3 who don't have shootout markers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's on the Marshal. So he will move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then is he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? He is in 6. Okay. So next it's between these 2. 4. So to the Gunslinger. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we look to see the Gunslinger is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gunslinger is not in range. So now we see who is in range. It's one of those 2. And then it's going to go after the one who has the fewest number of shootout markers. This fellow, so there's only 1, so he's going to try to go for the Gunslinger as well. Actually, we don't place the marker yet, but that's what he's targeting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's not, the Gunslinger, she is not in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just out. So again, we look who is in range. Just those two. They have the same number, so let's roll a die. Okay, and that is against the Marshal, who's not in cover. And then, so we'll make the Bandit, who is on the roof. In fact, I have been doing this a little bit wrong. I thought there was something wrong. Bandits on the rooftop are kind of considered a separate group, and they should go before anybody else. Before the bandits that are not on roofs, right? So he gets to shoot. He has a choice of 3. We'll just do him separate. So he's going to go after the Rancher. And they are in range. And his shootout is separate. So he's got 2 dice, hitting on 5s. Again, he gets a 6. So it's going to be 3 dice. That is 3 defense saves. So she blocks them all. Thank goodness. Alright, now these guys get to go. So now what you do essentially do is, because they're all basically the same, we're just going to roll. He's got 1 shootout marker, so we just roll against him. 3 dice hitting on 5s. So 2 hits. He is in cover. Cover saves, blocks 1. So then he has to make 1 defense at 5+. Fails. So he takes 2 wounds. Okay. Now, against the Marshal, we have 6 dice. Hit on 5s. 2 hits. Okay. Defense blocks 1. So he's going to take 2 more wounds. Marshal's up to 6. It's not good. And then 3 dice on the Rancher. Yes, because he was able to reach the Rancher. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, why do I have it? Yeah, there was 1 person able to hit the Rancher. So, 2 hits. Actually, 4 hits. The poor Ranger. Luckily she has the highest health. Defense blocks 1. She will spend her grit to reroll these. Blocks 2, so that's 4 more wounds. 8, only has 6 health left. That said, it is now the Marshal's turn. I think they're going to use both their badges. These guys are all here. They're all ripe to get killed. I can hopefully clear the board. So they're going to use both their badges. So that's going to be 4 extra dice that everybody's going to get. I should have actually done that. Well, I didn't think Gunslinger will get it. We'll get it next turn. If there's anybody left. So let's start with the Marshal, rolling to move. Okay, the Marshal can move 3, which is not really all that useful. He's only got a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he actually kind of needs to move up at least 1. Let's move 2 up. Simply so that he can make sure he can hit everybody. Alright, and then he can take his shots. So he's got 3 dice with the shotgun. D8s. 3 dice with the shotgun. Wow, that's pretty horrible. Alright, spend a grit to reroll these 2. Finally got a critical though. So let's do the critical on the close guy. So rolling damage. 4 will do it. That will kill him. That moves the track 1 more. And that gives him a chance to recover a grit because he killed an enemy. 4, 5, or 6. He does not get a grit. He does get an extra shot because of his double shot. We'll miss. Boy, not good. There's one hit left though. D8 minus 3, needing 3 or higher. 6, yep. Minus 3, 3. That's enough to kill another one. So that still worked. And then see if he recovers a grit. He still does not. Blah. That could have gone much better. Oh, wait a minute. They're plus 4 dice, aren't they? Not plus 2. He has 2 more shots because they use both their badges. And I had used a grit. That's right. So that still didn't help. Well, one more hit. All right, on another one, will not kill anybody. Shotgun is not a very good shotgun. All right, so the lawman. Rolls to move. A 3. I think the lawman's good where he is. So he's got normally 3 dice with this peacemaker. He's plus 4. So 7 dice. Try to gun down these 2. Hits on 5s. He has no grit. One of those is a critical, so we'll do the critical hit. Only does 2 wounds. So he will attempt to do the non-critical, so 4 or higher. 5 will kill him. Good. Boom. So we're at 9. And then last but not least, the rancher. So she's going to roll to move. Again, she only moves 2. Well, that's still enough, though. She's going to go 1, 2. She's going to lean out of that doorway. She will go ahead and use her bandages to heal 1. And then she'll take her shots at the guy. Well, she'll keep preferably at the guy on the roof. So she has 5 dice. He's on 5s. No grit, so she has two criticals. All right, they're going to go against the guy on the roof. So cover saves. Fails both of them. Didn't really need to do that, but that's enough to kill him. Because again, that's an auto kill for her. Does he fall off the roof? He does not. So no grit for that. And now she is in cover, so because she's fairly wounded, she gets 1 extra shot because she killed somebody. And she's going to shoot him, and that will miss. With her farmstead defender, she gets a reroll, which I had not used yet. 4 normally would hit, but because we're blinded by the sun, that misses. That is the end of the turn. So let's hold back the darkness. Oh, well, so this was a short mission. So when the heroes make the hold back the darkness test each turn, if the roll is higher than the current position of the hero posse marker on the depth track, the assault is broken, which is 8. We are down to 8 because we've killed so many of them. So we are at, and I rolled a 9, as you can see. So that breaks it. So there's only one bandit left, which is unfortunate for him. Well, but then again, with both those badges, the sheer number of shots that the heroes put out last turn was pretty impressive. Even if the rolling was pretty dismal. But it was enough to kill, what, 4 or 5 bandits? Alright, so we start with the Gunslinger, who can move 6. now she gets to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, she can go there. She cannot lean, but actually she counts. So the angled doorways, the 2 angled doorways, are a little different. They actually count as being in both because they're actually split by it. So she actually counts as being in cover, as opposed to having to go in and then leaning out. So that actually worked fine. She's going to spend a grit to add 2 more dice. Just actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for rerolls because she's got 4, 5, 6 dice already. Because she is still affected by the 2 badges because she has not gone yet. So 6 dice, hitting on 3s at this point. Of course, now I get a really good roll. And so let's see what the critical does. Does 3, and that's enough. That is enough. Boom. Well, that shootout went pretty quickly, thanks to some good holding back the darkness rolling. That was what, 3 turns or something like that. But it gives you a little bit of an idea anyway. I did use some of the cover rules, and of course the rooftops. Didn't get a chance to move the heroes too much into. I was thinking of getting the rancher up onto a roof, so that she can start shooting over there. But that didn't turn out just because my movement rolls were so low. For everybody other than the 1 roll on that last turn for the Gunslinger, they really couldn't get into position. But you can see, his cover helped a little there. If only she could have gotten into cover a little earlier, she could have saved herself, potentially some wounds. The marshal was a bit hurt too, because again, I just couldn't get anywhere. I suppose I might have wanted to treat the barrel on the board as some cover to hide behind as well. Potentially I could have fallen back and had some people leaning out around those corners, but. That is the way it worked. I just didn't really have the movement to do anything. But there you go, everybody. So there is an initial sort of look in gameplay. Sorry it was so short, but that is the way this mission went. I had a really good roll, and of course, it helped. For initial, for starting characters, you have both the lawman and the marshal in 1 turn, both of them popping their badges, such that, to give everybody +4 shots, can just lay down the law, as it were, and make things pretty rough and dangerous. So, but I hope this helps. I hope this gives everybody a little bit of an idea what you can do in town. For town missions. Obviously there are other ones where you're not just going up against ranged enemies. You can go up against, there's one where the town's overrun by other enemies, so you might have some melee enemies running around, chasing after the heroes and things like that. Now the bandits will normally try to get into cover if they have an option. Unfortunately, none of the bandits had an option to get into cover and in range for me, and I wasn't able to show you that. But essentially, like I sort of said, was he was targeting her. If it was in range, he would have come here and gotten and leaned out, right? If that would have been in range, rather than straight moving, out into range or into the open. They will use cover if they can, but they still, the priority is getting to be able to shoot, attack a hero, and that was that situation. So since he could get in range of her, he did, and then then he would use cover. Then you roll, and it's a 50% chance to see whether they'll move into cover or not, and shoot at the enemy. And if it's in cover, they stay in cover as long as there's a hero in range, basically, is kind of how it works. So the enemies, there are some rules to keep the enemies a little bit smarter, try to have them make use of cover. Just this particular, the way the movement and everything worked out, there was no ability to do so. So anyway, as I said, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps. And we'll continue to have regular Joseph Scott's missions as well. I just thought you guys might like a little bit extra and a little bit of an addition, and a look at the town and the town board. Really nice looking board, and sort of some of the new mechanics of the town and the shootout and the bandits and things like that. So thanks for watching. Bye.